Are you slowly becoming your parents?
I'm turning into my parents.
When did you first notice that you were starting to become your parents?
It seems like, let me ask you this question. Do you feel like if you are like your parents, you exhibit their good traits or their bad traits or some of both?
I think ultimately it's some of both. The thing that I notice where I'm becoming like my parents is more in kind of mannerisms and like how I'll stand or how I'll sit or things like that. I think the
Well,
reason that you become your parents ultimately is because as you get older, you don't have as many peer groups to refer back to. And so your parent is still the model for your behavior. And so you
huh.
kind of start to go back to the example of somebody who came before you, and your parent becomes your default example. Whereas when you were growing up, your peers are your default example.
I think physically you're going to look like one of them or both of them combined, but you don't have to act like them mentally.
Oh, yeah, right. Like, I definitely do some things that my dad does, and then also specifically don't do some things that my parents do. But you definitely, like, I've started to notice it, and I'm like, oh my God. Mostly in just mannerisms that I have. Like, I'll stand a certain way.
Attitude wise, I'm kind of like my father at times, but I try my best to quell it in the moment and move on.
Did you get the skin cancer thing removed from your face?
I did, my nose.
That's what it is? Well, that doesn't look too bad. Just got to do something about the rest of your face now.
Been. I,
Yes.
It's actually, I have Vaseline on it like a boxer because it just wouldn't stop bleeding today.
Well, dude, sunscreen.
I'll tell you one more funny joke. For any of you out there, that aren't going to see a video of us, I'm a pretty pasty white guy. Like,
Oh, yeah, right? Like, yeah.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm pretty pasty. I'm German. I'm Irish, whatever. I thought I did a good job this summer of having a decent tan. And while I was getting checked out this morning, I wear a Garmin watch or whatever, and she asked me to take it off. And Nick, you're gonna see this. I don't know, you won't post this probably, but showing Nick my wrist. Look at the difference in color, right?
Okay, on the other side, it's really noticeable.
So I
God
take
dang,
off.
you are pale. Like,
take
like it hurt my eyes.
I take off my watch. I'm thinking look at this tan, and she's like, "You are really white." Yeah. Anyway, so apparently I'm not as tan at all that I thought I was, and my
sorry to
dermatologist
hear
shamed
that.
me this morning. So thank you very much.
Sorry to hear that you're not as tan as you hoped you were.
I thought
you're
I'd
just-
done a decent job this
Sorry.
summer of being out in the sun and getting,
Well, you
a
did.
nice-
You just got skin cancer removed. So you did. You just
nice
didn't
bronzer.
tan.
Anyways,
You just went
no one
straight
cares
to the
about
worst side effect.
me being pasty, but it's just
No,
it was a setback. All right, all
Sorry
you
to hear
pasty
that.
people out there, just know that I'm with you in spirit. So
Do you think the pasty people struggle? I've never been a pasty person. Do you feel like pastiness is a struggle that other people don't understand?
I mean, sure, yes, it's like anything. I feel. I mean, I if I don't wear sunscreen in a Michigan sun, which is nothing like a Florida sun, an Arizona sun, whatever, I will burn after being outside for 30 minutes, like an extreme burn. It's that
Okay.
bad.
Let's rank this. So, in terms of like physical, let's just call them issues. I don't know what else you want to call them. You've got bald, short, pasty, overweight. Where are you going to put pasty in terms of bald, short, overweight, pasty?
My top two for sure. I don't know which order, but my top two would be overweight and pasty.
You would put pasty ahead of bald?
Yeah, I do not want to be bald, and I don't want to be short. Now, I don't want to be like extremely obese. But,
Oh, I see. You're picking it in terms of, I was saying like, what's the biggest problem?
oh,
Rank them in terms of like number one is the biggest problem and to the worst
Okay.
problem.
Okay, I'd probably go baldness, being overweight, being short, and being pasty being last.
Yeah, pasty is definitely the last of those. Yeah. Because you can always, like, pasty is not that big of a problem.
Well, and I've also never been in a tanning booth or on a tanning bed, so.
You should try it out. Go 20 minutes. I don't know how long, if that's a lot or not very much, but go 20 minutes and just raw dog it. Raw dog a tanning booth.
Definitely not having it on mine. Well, anyways, power to the pastiness out there.
I just didn't realize pastiness was such a struggle, I guess. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Well, your feelings are heartfelt. All right, let's give some shout-outs here. Hold on. How do I have the worst internet in America? It makes no sense.
You live in Detroit, which is the worst city in America, and both of your questions were answered right there.
All right. You're such a douche sometimes. Arden Patel, Patricia Hayes, Angel Abbott, Bradley Kane Cooper, but I don't think it's the Bradley Cooper we're thinking of.
Probably not.
Deanne Farley, Cassie Jefferson, Beryl Stevenson. I picked Beryl because I like the name Beryl. I don't know why.
Beryl?
Like Beryl, yes.
Like that's his first. How do you spell it? That's the first name of somebody?
I believe it's a woman via her social media profile.
But you can't name something. You can't name people after inanimate objects. Barrel. Doorway.
Well,
sunglasses.
It's
like you ran out of name.
It's Beryl, by the way, not Beryl. It's maybe it's Burl. I don't know.
It's probably Burl.
Well,
Beryl?
Sorry, Burl, for butchering your name.
VinZant is enough of a last name that I have to constantly explain to people. I don't want to be named Beryl. Like, how does that?
All right.
Burl? Like, oh, God damn.
Beryl? I just want to yell it for some reason. Beryl?
Burl.
All right. Phyllis Mercer, Esperanza Ferguson, and Chi-Chi Wagner. We're going to end with Chi-Chi.
There's no way Phyllis is under the age of 65.
I mean, I don't know. She liked one of our videos this week, so she must know what YouTube is.
I would like Phyllis, let us know if you're under the age of 50.
It's the algorithm. We're hitting the older population.
We're getting into the older generation, huh? That's where we have to go to be considered to be attractive. We got to go to the 65-year-olds.
Maybe we're just.
Do you think you still got it? Do you think you still got it? Like, have you gotten a look from a 20-year-old?
Well, let me say two things. One, I never had it.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there's been multiple occasions in the past few years where there's been, one where my wife has actually been with me on a couple of those occasions, so she can back me up.
You got hit on, huh?
One was blatantly, openly in public. We were at a Starbucks drive-thru, and I've known the barista for a minute because it was my local Starbucks that I go to maybe once or twice a week, and I pull up, and she goes, "Oh, who's that next to you in the seat? Is that your friend?" And clearly, my kids are in the back seat, my wife's in the passenger seat, and my wife got so angry. And if you know my wife, to get her mad takes a lot. It was pretty awesome.
Was she mad at you, or was she mad at the other lady?
She was mad at the other lady. So.
Oh, but she's mad at you too. Like, there's no way that, like, if that happens to me, I'm catching all the blame. It doesn't matter if I've, like, have never seen this person in the world. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm catching all the blame. She's like, what do you want? Well, you worked out once. That's your fault.
I mean, we, there was a conversation after as to why I didn't correct her in the moment. And I was like,
you fucked that
She was
up.
being kind. What was that? What was I supposed to do? Cut her off to tell her you're my wife? Like,
no, you should have said that's my ex-girlfriend.
I should have said this is my ex-wife's sister. My wife died yesterday.
Oh God! Like, I'm just taking care of her kids.
Yeah, my wife would have killed me. Anyways,
refer to your wife as your ex-girlfriend and see how that goes over. That's my ex-girlfriend.
I'd like to sleep in my bed this week, so I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
This just caught my eye over the weekend, and I just felt like talking about it, because out of all things you're going to steal in the world, why would you steal a 3-foot Humpty Dumpty statue from a miniature golf course.
Well, I mean, substances are involved, whether those are a liquid or otherwise. I've stolen somebody's Christmas decorations before. I was in high school. Maybe I was in the first years of college, but I got drunk and I stole somebody's Christmas decorations. And then I brought them back the next day. And even when I was doing it, friends were like, why would you do that? Like, it was like, that's not right. And like, these are not the most upstanding gentlemen in the world either. And even they were like, you can't do that. That's you got to take that back. And I did the next day. I was like, sorry. Stole Christmas decorations.
At least you took them back. I had to deliver baby Jesus back to my college's administration office because one of my suite mates stole it one night, and then they just left it in our room. Like, what were we gonna do with a baby Jesus statue?
How big was it? Like, how big of a statue are we talking?
Sorry, let me rephrase. It wasn't a statue. It was like, one of those. Like
nativity scenes?
Yeah, nativity, baby Jesus from like a nativity scene. So it was probably 2 or 3 feet, long or whatever. But it didn't weigh anything. It was that thin plastic. But I woke up and there's baby Jesus just in the middle of our room. So wow.
I did the
right
hilarious.
Thing. That Monday morning, I walked into the admin and building and said, "Listen, I don't know how this got to me, but here it is."
Did they believe you?
You know what? I don't know. I didn't get questioned. I gave it to like a landscaping, like a maintenance worker. He took it and said thanks, and that's all that happened.
I guess I wouldn't really be. We had our patio furniture stolen a couple of weeks ago, and if they just brought it back, was like, "Hey man, I was drunk, thought this was going to be a good idea to steal your patio furniture, felt bad about it, I brought it back." I wouldn't be like. It would depend on what they looked like and how old they were, right? Like if I could clearly tell that this was somebody like this was habitual, right? Like if you're tweaking coming up to my yard, that's a little bit different than somebody that maybe just like, hey, I don't know what I was thinking. I'd be like, oh, I just put it back.
See that's where it's slightly different. I had my car broken into, not too long ago, and I swear to God, every person I see coming down the street now, I like eagle eye. I'm like, are you that person? Are those yellow shoes? Because they might have been brown shoes. I don't know. But I think they're yellow. Are you wearing yellow shoes? Because I'm going to tackle you if they are.
Wow, neighborhood watch over there. Just make sure it's not in the sun. You'll get burned.
Well, once again, I'm an idiot. Left the car doors unlocked. Have not left my car doors unlocked since then.
For that. You're an adult. You're an adult. I think my car doors are unlocked right now, actually. I should probably check that.
Yeah, if they're gonna steal your patio furniture, they're gonna steal your car. So
that would be the kind of thing, though, that if I just could find out like why you thought, how you did it, and why you thought it was a good idea, and why you did it, I would almost be okay with like you can keep it. Just tell me like how you did it and why you did it, and then it's yours. There's 2 couches. Like, would you steal 2 full couches that were locked together? It's a mystery. Like, how did they do it?
I don't even have a car that you could get 2, like, couches in. I don't even know how I would steal them.
Right. That's the thing. I don't know how they even did it. I mean, it's
like,
patio furniture. It's not like a couch. Like, you could pick it up by yourself. But 2 couches locked together? I don't think so. Anyway.
Did you question your wife? Maybe she's trying to pull one on you so she can get new furniture.
Oh, she's not.
Just saying, you might want to ask her tonight.
She's gonna have to go track that down. Actually, new furniture. I'm all talk.
I just we've established that many years ago that
every man is all talk when it comes to his wife.
This is another weird one. So in Ghana, when you die, you're not going to get a normal burial. You're not going to get a wooden casket. You're going to get a fantasy box, they call them over there. You can get a grasshopper. You can get a fish. You can get a lion to be buried in.
What's the point of doing that? Like, why are they doing that?
Apparently, and once again, I'm not going to pretend to know anything about the Ghanaian religion or anything like that. But apparently, the more colorful the box, or the more extravagant, the more you will be received in the afterlife.
Oh, well, then go for it, man. Get solid gold grasshopper. I don't really care what they do, honestly. Like, you could just bury me in the ground without anything around me. I'd be okay with that. Like,
My wife
shoot
and
me into the ocean.
Just had this conversation. I don't think I want to. I just put me in an incinerator, put me in an urn, and just let me sit somewhere next to Nick forever. Can you imagine if our urns were next to each other?
You gonna mix our ashes so that we'll be get together for all eternity?
That would be wild.
What if you and I decided to get buried next to each other and not our wives? Like, you could have me and you on. We could have like 2 plots next to each other, and then our wives could be on the other sides.
I mean, I wouldn't care. I mean, my
That's
wife
the best
would
of
probably,
both worlds. That's how we do it.
I don't know how your
4
wife would feel.
plots in a row.
My wife wouldn't. I gotta be buried next to John.
Well, she can be buried next to you, just on the other side. And we just won't tell them that we're secretly buried next to each other.
Well, I'm naturally going first, so it would be out of the you three who would go next, and then one of you would have to, like, it'd have to be my wife. That way, you have to spill the beans to your wife.
Oh, no, you'll be gone first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's get hit by a bus.
Anyways.
Okay, let's not talk about this anymore.
Yeah, way to go down a crazy hole.
You're the one who brought it up.
Last week, I briefly brought up The Rock and his crazy weight loss.
You bring this up. You brought this up the last 3 weeks. I just want you to know that. This is
Apparently,
now 3 weeks in a row.
When questioned about it, he said, and I quote, "I've always been this way. It's just the way that people have perceived me, and the way that maybe I've been shown on camera before has made me look larger than I am."
That's the biggest bullshit lie that anyone has ever heard.
Yes.
Right, like, that's the biggest
bullshit.
crock of bullshit that I've ever heard. Like, I've always been this weight. Okay, get on the scale then, because you're about 50 pounds lighter. Like, I just couldn't imagine. I don't know if I could do this. And from celebrities to politicians to whoever you want to talk about, I could not just sit there and bold-faced lie to somebody. Not because I couldn't just do it, but, like, I would not be willing to compromise who I am that much that I would just tell a lie like that. That I would just lie. So clearly and obviously when, like, no one would ever believe you. He's always been, like, a bigger guy. And, like, no, this is just me. This is the real me. You just haven't seen it for 30 years. I've always been this way. Like,
I was a little thrown. I almost think it wasn't real until, like, it was sourced by 2 different publications that were at this film festival asking him questions, and I was like, okay, well, seems
I could
pretty
not
real.
just do that. I don't know how. Again, anybody who's in the public eye, whether it's a celebrity or a politician, which could just let's just straight lie like that, and clearly and obviously lie. Like, nope. Like, holding the match and the gasoline, standing next to the house that's on fire and being like, it wasn't me.
Well, I mean,
I couldn't do that.
I mean, we don't have to talk about the current state of the world, but nobody with a public, with an avenue to the public tells the truth anymore, if they ever did.
That's a big problem. Well, I don't think that people really want to hear the truth that much either.
You're right. Let's just move on. All right. We need to pay homage to a
Do you know
film
who it
legend.
is?
I was trying to think of how to describe him, but I'll just say film legend, Robert Redford, who passed away today.
Oh, he died? I get him and Paul Newman confused.
Okay.
Because Paul Newman is the guy that's got the salad dressing.
Jesus, man.
Right?
Yeah, you're technically correct, but come on, man.
Okay, name me the big Robert Redford movie that you watch all the time, because I can't think of a single one.
I mean, there's 2. Shit.
Exact. Thank you.
No, hold on. A Bridge Too Far is one of them.
Never heard of it.
All the President's Men.
Okay, I've heard of that. He was
Uh,
86?
out of
1936. He was old.
Africa, The Natural. He was The Natural. Then he was in the MCU for a minute.
Mm,
So
89. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going through his 20 essential movies, which looks like a big, massive. They must just have these things ready when people die. Actually, I can tell you that as a former news reporter, there are certain people that you get like stories ready for when they're going to pass away so that you can just air it right afterwards. And it was always interesting to see like who we had ready to go.
I mean,
Like we're just ready to go just in case. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. But I've never actually seen any of these movies. Hot Rock, never heard of it. Jeremiah Johnson. I watched that movie for like 4 hours and didn't even know what happened.
like I would be more aligned to say he is along the lines of a like Gene Hackman almost.
Oh, I think he's probably better than that, right? He's a bigger actor.
Yeah, but you know, like that level of of fandom.
Indecent Proposal. The Horse Whisperer. I mean, he
Well-
does a lot of movies that if you look at just the title, you're like, what is this even about? Like, why would anybody watch this?
Well, he passed away today, 89 years old. So R.I.P. Robert Redford.
Sorry, Big Rob.
All right, are you ready?
Are we doing our top five?
You ready to talk a little food?
Oh, yeah. So our top five is top 5 foods that are better the next day. Like, you can have it fresh, but it's almost somehow better the next day. What's your number 5?
This is probably a cop out number 5, but I feel like it has to be like they have to be on the list. But it's like cake, like next day cake is if let me go back a hot second. Anything in the fridge, usually the next day is better. I find so. Saying that, cake is number 5 for me.
I can't believe you like cake.
I love cake. Give me all the cake.
I can, yeah. People know.
Hey, I picked a grown man up and threw him. I caught a man midair.
First
and
of all,
threw him.
yeah, like
So,
you didn't pick him up. You caught him.
caught him.
Static
Caught him.
strength is different than concentric strength. I don't know if those are the right words, but you can hold a lot more weight than you can pick up. So let's pump the brakes here. And you probably blew out your back. You just don't know it yet. But still, it was a good job. I still have to watch that. I keep forgetting.
Well,
I
you'll
would
get a
agree with
chance
you. Like
again.
any dessert, there's not a lot of desserts that really lose their tastiness. Any kind of cake, brownie, I would make an argument for cookies. I only like cookies when they're like fresh out of the oven and they're super gooey. But otherwise, I don't think there's many desserts that really lose their flavor.
Oh yeah, you like gooey things?
I do. Gooey. I'm not going down that road with you. I don't like the word gooey now that I kept saying it. My number 5 is mac and cheese. Mac and cheese blends together like the next day, and it tastes good.
Okay, I'm gonna jump into my number 4 because it's along those lines. But my number 4 is like leftover, like brisket or pulled pork because the fat will coagulate, and you melt it, and like you just eat it, and you're like, I don't want to eat this. I'd rather have it melted, but man, because it's just pure fat, but it tastes so damn good.
Wait, you're not like when it cools down and you can see like all the fat there, you don't pick that off? You just eat that?
I mean, it depends. Sometimes we'll pick it off, but like leftover barbecue, cold is pretty damn delicious.
Yeah. My number 4 is slightly along those lines, salmon. I like next day cold salmon. It's good cold. I think it's actually better cold.
I mean, I love sushi and sashimi and nigiri, but thinking of just like you making a Costco plank of salmon and then eating it cold the next day makes me want to throw up.
A little mustard on it.
No, bro,
That's
I'm
the
good.
jam. All right, what's your number 3?
Like Thai food, Chinese food, I will eat that the next day cold, no problem. Now, I don't like spaghetti or like red sauce stuff cold, but I will eat Thai food, Chinese food the next day without a problem.
That's on my honorable mention is essentially any Chinese food, any Asian food next day. I'm okay with that. I like the way it tastes. But my number 3 is pizza.
Okay.
I like pizza heated up on the grill.
I have pizza on my list a little bit higher, actually.
Yeah, well, that's because you're not thinking outside of the box. What's your number 2 then?
What does that mean? My number 2 is pizza.
Oh, okay. I could see it going as I think a lot of people would probably have that in their top 3. They would have next day pizza is pretty good.
Pizza is, I mean, it could be any pizza. Thin pizza, round pizza, square pizza,
Triangle pizza?
octagonal pizza.
I think that's pretty much all the kinds of pizza, all the shapes of pizza, really.
Yes.
My number 2 is chili, but I could also extend that number 2 to any stews or soups. They just gel together over the next couple of days, and they seem to taste better.
Now, this is going to make no sense to anybody, but I will eat next day barbecue, but next day soups, if they start to, like, you know, break apart, no, man, I can't do it. It grosses me out too much.
Oh, well, I reheat it. I mean, I'm reheating all these. I'm not eating anything cold, except for the salmon. I'll eat that cold.
Which, that makes no sense. That's like the one thing you should, like, reheat.
That's what I like.
Okay.
You gonna get your number 1? You're just gonna wait. You're gonna wait it out.
Well,
I'm more cancer.
That isn't cool, man.
That was too rude. That's too rude. That's my bad.
Sorry. What up? No. So my number 1's pretty simple, and it's just hamburgers, fast food hamburgers, regular hamburgers. There's nothing like a good next day hamburger, man. It's just delicious.
What do you do about the bread, though? The bread is what ruins it for me. Like, you can never get bread to reheat the right way.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but you're not right.
Well, you can't change out the bread either because it kind of sticks to everything. So that's why I wouldn't even put anything. I wouldn't put anything with bread in my top 10 because you just can't reheat the bread and you can't really like peel it off the right way and replace it with new bread. So I don't know what you're doing.
Man, I don't know why, but it's freaking delicious.
Okay. My number 1 is spaghetti. I will actually cook spaghetti on a Monday and then not eat it and then reheat it on a Tuesday. I'll even do it the same day. I'll cook it earlier in the day, wait for it to get cold, then reheat it in a frying pan. Spaghetti the next day, like in a frying pan, is so much better. So much better.
It's interesting. Never tried that, but like I said, I'm not a big fan of red sauce leftovers.
Well, okay. I don't have anything else left to say. Do you have any honorable mentions?
Chicken, like any grilled something, like hot dogs. I mean, obviously hamburgers are my number 1, but hot dogs, sausages, like a little sausage before you go to bed sometimes.
I'm sure you do.